this weather is grim. Okay, so I'm on my way to the Hammersmith Apollo to perform my scratching that was in Spider-Man Across the Spider-Verse. Now, I've done many of these shows before, so essentially the deal is there's a big screen and the movie plays, and then on the stage is a full orchestra performing the music from the film, and I will also be on the stage performing all of my scratching that is in the movie. I cannot wait, these shows are always great fun, so let's head to Hammersmith. Just a short drive across West London over to the Hammersmith Apollo for a show that I've been excited about for months. Daniel Pemberton, the composer behind the entire score of the movie, will also be there. And it's wild to think about how we first connected. So back when I was working at Serato as their European Artist Relations representative, Daniel sent an email to Serato with a question about the software. The team forwarded it to me, and that simple exchange led to a phone call. And during our conversation, he mentioned that he was composing the score for Spider-Man Into the Spider-Verse. I shared my background and casually mentioned that I could handle the scratching if he needed someone. He took me up on it, and the rest is history. It's a great reminder that opportunities can come from the most unexpected places, and being ready to seize them can truly change the course of things. Now here I am at the Hammersmith Apollo, time to park up and head straight to the stage to set up for rehearsals. Every single one of these shows, I'm handed a book of sheet music filled with all of the written music for the performance. This one is designed for the Scratch DJ, and honestly, I cannot make sense of a single page. So I took matters into my own hands and created my own version of sheet music using Ableton. On stage, a screen will be right next to me throughout the entire show, playing the movie as part of the performance. My job, syncing my laptop with it perfectly. Let me show you how it works. Now, whilst the orchestra members rely on their sheet music, I'll be using this custom Ableton project instead, which I'll sync up with the on-stage screen showing the movie. This Ableton session is tailored specifically for my performance. It contains only the scratching parts that I need to execute. Now, of course, I've already prepared and practiced this show many times, so I know all the scratches by heart. But this project lets me visualize everything in real time, showing exactly when each scratch is coming up, making timing infinitely easier. Ableton also displays the same video playing on the stage screen, so I'm always in sync with the visuals. Sometimes unique challenges call for unique solutions. Now, there's something else that makes today even more special. Let's step outside and I'll show you exactly what I mean. So something else about today is it's 20 years this year since I did the World DMC final at this very venue, and it is really bizarre to be back after all that time. I can actually remember everything about that day. Coming back here has brought absolutely everything back to me. And where I'm standing right now, there is actually a video on YouTube of me being interviewed just before I go on stage, right here, right where I'm stood. And that interview, I'm gonna put some footage of the interview up right now, but I still remember exactly how I felt. I was so nervous about to go on stage at the World DMC final. It was everything that I'd worked towards. And the crazy thing is in that interview, I don't actually think I seem or look as nervous as I actually was. I was so nervous. Everything that I'd worked towards was about to come to a head and all come down to a needle not skipping on a record. It's funny as well, because I remember during that interview, because I was so nervous, I was listening to every question that Swifty asked me, but my head wasn't really there. And I remember thinking, just try and look like you're not as scared as you actually are about this set that you're about to do. Man, it's crazy. It's crazy to think of everything that's happened in the last 20 years. Man, time flies. Back inside, it's time to set up for the rehearsal. Here's the sound technician helping me out with my monitor pack. For a show like this, I'll be wearing an earpiece that plays a click track, and this helps everybody on stage stay perfectly in time. The really cool part is that you can customize exactly what you hear. If you want to hear more percussion, you can crank that up. Need less cello? Well, that can be turned down. For me, simplicity is key. I keep it dialed to just the scratching and the click track. This makes staying on beat effortless and keeps my focus exactly where it needs to be. Now let's dive into some warm-up scratching before rehearsals kick off. I've got to make sure I'm sharp and ready. Now let's check out some of the best moments from the rehearsals. Now let me show you exactly how I sync my Ableton session with the screen on stage. In my Ableton project, the time code is currently at 030441. All I have to do is wait until the on-screen time code lines up perfectly with that number, then I hit play. It might sound tricky, but after plenty of practice, it's actually become second nature. So here we go. And I press play now. And as you can see, the sync is pretty much perfect. Rehearsals are now done, and here we are at the side of the stage ready for our conductor to introduce us. Let's listen in.
I've got some wonderful, very special guests to welcome and introduce you to who are on the stage right now. First of all, we have a big hand for the orchestra. Next up, I'd like to introduce you. This is the first for me personally as a conductor. This is a recording we've got here. So there's a lot of people in this incredible film score. And right now, I would like to introduce you to the turntables. Please make a welcome the incredible DJ Mikey! Now this is not like a normal cinematic experience where you should not be on the phone, you shouldn't be talking. But tonight, we're not in cinema, we're having a kind of community experience. So if you want to make a lot of noise if you see someone you like something, you know, like, just make that noise. Here's the noise for everyone. The more noise you make, the more fun it is. Yeah! Anyway, I hope you enjoy this performance of Across the Cyberverse. Make some noise for this orchestra.
Here's a pro tip for anyone who's curious. So I'm using Serato for all of my scratches for this performance, and one standout feature that's been a lifesaver is the scratch bank. I've loaded all the samples needed for this show into its 32 slots, so I can jump between different files with just the push of a button. This means that I'm not wasting precious stage time searching and loading new tracks. It's a streamlined, hassle-free approach that makes the entire performance run smoother. Now, let's take a listen to some highlights of my scratching sections in the show. So that is a wrap on Spider-Man Across the Spider-Verse live in concert from Hammersmith Apollo. These shows are so much fun. There's nothing quite like them, and it's always great when Daniel Pemberton is there at these shows because it just adds a bit of energy. The crowd love to see Daniel. He whips them up, and it always just adds that little something special to these shows. Thank you so much for watching. I really hope you enjoyed this and found it interesting. If you did, feel free to hit the subscribe button so you don't miss any of my future videos.